Welcome to Real Estate on Track with Alka and Sanjeev Aneja, the brother-sister duo on ITV Gold. And don't miss our show every Friday at 8 p.m. or catch the repeat on Sunday at 8 p.m. and send in your real estate questions and we will provide live answers. Trust the expertise of On Track Realty, serving clients since 1994. You can contact them at 732-494-2211. Our seasoned guest Sanjeev Aneja, the lead broker and owner of On Track Realty, brings a wealth of experience, having served as the past president of Middlesex County Association of Realtors, New Jersey Realtor of the Year, and New Jersey Real Estate Commissioner. His legacy of surpassing client expectations is truly remarkable. Joining him is Alka Aneja, an award-winning salesperson with over 30 plus years of experience as the president of Humbled by Your Service charity and the host of Soul Talks with Alka on YouTube. She adds unique insights to our discussions. Together, they offer valuable real estate insights that definitely you won't want to miss. So let's once again welcome Sanjeev ji and Alka to ITV Gold. Tell me, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing wonderful, thank you.
You look actually very fresh today.
I am very fresh today.
And how are you, Pia?
I'm doing as usual, very fresh and feeling
You're
good.
always like that, yes.
Absolutely. So, let's today start with the investments. And I think I have a lot of questions on my mind, but I just want to start with are there any factors that investors should, consider when looking for investment properties?
We had deferred investments to this segment because we want to give a lot more on that topic today.
Mm-hmm.
Number one rule of investments, and we're not going to talk about properties only, we are going to talk about investments in general. Number one rule of any investment is do not lose your principal. So a lot of time people go wrong in being greedy. They invest in things that are a gamble. And yes, gambling is okay on 10% of your money, 20% of your money, but not 100% of your money. So if you have money, first it should go into stocks, bonds, real estate, whatever that investment is, that is stable, that will grow with time, that doesn't hurt your principal. That's important. After that, the other part that is left is where you go and start investing in things that are either coming up or are long term, where you don't need the money from them and they will appreciate with time. So real estate is one of those investments. Mm-hmm. It's a long-term investment. But there's a lot of leverage in real estate. Leveraging means you're buying a property for, we said last time, 100,000, but you only have to put 5% down, 10% down, 20% down. No other investment, stocks. If you want to buy IBM, you want to buy Microsoft, whatever the price is, you have to pay full price. You cannot buy it at 10% down.
Right.
Real estate, you can do that. So that's leveraging. That's why real estate is so beautiful. And we'll talk about how, let's say $100 stock goes to $200. How much did we invest 100. In the stock? 100. How much did it go up to in 5 years?
200.
It went up 100%, right? Mm-hmm. You bought real estate for 100,000. Mm-hmm. In 5 years, same example for a moment, it went up to 200,000 and you bought it for 20% down. Mm-hmm. What is your rate of return? See, that's where people forget. That's where people forget real estate. Mm-hmm. You say, "Oh, I bought it for 100,000. Now it's 200,000. It's 100% return." Mm-hmm. No, how much money did you put down?
20,000.
20%. 20,000. But your real estate value has gone up 100,000. On your 20,000, the value has gone up 100,000, which means your return is 500%. Plus all the depreciation that you took from it. So all the other benefits are there in real estate. But not all investments can be made that way.
Right.
Let's say you are 20 years old, 21 years old, and you just started working. And you're making only $35,000. And you only started working, which means you cannot buy an investment property. You'll not qualify for it right now. But there is an IRA available to you. You go and invest that money in there, whatever possible you can. Yeah, sure, you'll have to buy it at 100%, but do not take advantage of it. The government lets you write that off in the beginning, which means you don't have to pay taxes on it. You invest, and then whenever you take the money out, you pay taxes on it. So remember, investment starts right away, and when you can qualify, real estate becomes an excellent investment. And it has to be a balanced portfolio. So we had promised that we'll talk about how to make your child a multi-millionaire.
Right.
When do you start investment for the child? When the child is 1 year old, 1 month old. You open an account, it's called a custodian account. It will be under the parent's name. The child cannot do anything because he or she is not 18.
Absolutely.
But the parents have this account for the child, and you start putting $100 a month, $200 a month, or whatever you can afford. $500 a month or $10 a month, doesn't matter. Put them in good value stocks. Let them grow, and the money is staying there for 18 years, 20 years, whatever. The child is a millionaire by that time with that one discipline. And you say, hold on, $100 a month, how will that become a multimillionaire? The stocks will grow, they compound. And when you have more money, you spend more. So, well, but I don't have $100. Yes, you have $100. Stop that Starbucks coffee every day outside.
Right.
It's not necessary. Now, if you want to drink it and you don't want to invest, that's a totally different thing. Maybe you're drinking 3, maybe you can do 2. Maybe you're going out for lunch every day, maybe you can do it only 3 days.
You also don't need to buy your child a gazillion toys. The kids have so much stuff. Their attention span for a toy is 1 minute because they're like on to the next toy. So give them like limited toys. We all grew up with not so much abundance, right? So give them limited toys and use that money towards their investment. When you have birthdays, say, you know what? Give money. That's a better, no box gifts, please. And have only 5, 7 toys for that child. That child can reap a reward eventually. The child just doesn't know, he doesn't need that, or he or she doesn't need that many toys at one point. They would rather play with your dishes at home. That's just how it is.
That's an excellent point. Kids, my grandson, he plays with his plastic dishes much more than he plays with expensive toy.
And that is the truth.
It's the
actually.
truth.
They get more attracted to what you have at home.
Exactly.
Because they see adults using that, right? So they want the pots and the pans. They don't want their own toys. So use that money and save that for the child.
Yeah, absolutely. So excellent point. Don't overspend on wrong things. Know what is wrong and what is right. Know that this money is going to become your retirement funds. People lose. The reason I was just at a hospital recently, and the next door patient, she was told that there's a treatment that she needs and it will cost $200 extra if she went to the right place.
Right.
And she said, I don't have $200. 75 years old, born in this country, does not have $200 to spend on her health treatment extra. Something went wrong. Something went bad, extremely wrong. Because what happened was the discipline was not there. And we had a client very long time ago, and he had taken a VA loan at 0 down. The home market had crashed slightly or gone down, or not very good at that point. He put his home on short sale. Happens, right? You don't have money, you bought the home. Till I found out that during the listing, he went on a cruise 2 times.
Wow.
He had the money for the cruise but didn't want to pay the mortgage. So sometimes your priorities are not right. You let things go, you buy things because you think they're coming cheap, and then foreclosure is such a bad thing to go through for our own internal soul feeling. So don't buy something if you cannot afford it. We are talking about investment when you make it affordable for yourself. Leave it long term and let it become success. Compounding is the number one thing what makes investments work. So that is a lot about investments that we want to talk about. Real estate investments in specific are one of the best because of leveraging. They are one of the best because you can depreciate them. They are one of the best because you don't have to pay taxes if you go to a 1031 exchange, which is you can buy another property and not pay taxes on this property if it's certain criteria is met. So there are a lot of things in a property that go right. But again, long term. Short term, there are people, I know people personally who had 60, 70 homes as investment, lost everything.
Wow.
Everything. Because they over leveraged. Leveraging is great. Over leveraging, do not do it. Just because your neighbor has 3 rental properties, that does not mean you have to have 1 rental property. You cannot afford it yet, it's okay. We talked about it in the past. Have 6, 8, 10 months reserve. 12 months reserve when you have investment properties now added to it. There will be times when there will be no tenant. There will be times when the property will be vacant. There will be times when it will be vacant for reasons that you cannot control. Your mortgage is still due when you leverage it. Your insurance is still due. Your taxes are still due. Keep that in mind completely.
Yeah, so when you're beginning your real estate investment portfolio, first say, okay, I take my money, I get $1,000, let's say, a week. Put 10% towards your savings. Like, have a plan. Don't just do it because you say, I want to invest in real estate. Make sure you have money for that rainy day before you start investing. Make sure you have money for your present day, for groceries, for vacations if they need to be, whatever, even if it's not long term, like not long vacations, but short vacations, because you need to live a life too. Everything is in balance. Life has to be a balance. So, but have that plan for yourself. If there is not a plan, you will not be able to do this unless you have superfluous funds, which is totally fine. If you have a lot of money coming in, then there's no problem because you have enough for a rainy day. But if you do not, then you need to have a plan. You need to make sure that you go through the plan.
Right. And if you have a lot of money, then don't over leverage yourself anyhow.
Yeah.
Nothing says that you have to buy 10 properties. Put 25% down on each. You have lesser mortgage, lesser risk, all of that combined. So do that. We have discussed that in the past. Your home is your best investment. So do not live in a home. No, you may not want to buy a 6-bedroom home or 5-bedroom home or $1 million home, but your first condo could be your home. You need something that you're going to live in. You are the best landlord, you are the best tenant. Oh, it's not a best investment. You better believe it is, because when it appreciates, you pay zero capital gains when you sell, up to $500,000 if you're a married couple, up to $250,000 if you're single. How do you go wrong? Don't pay taxes on $500,000. What a great investment the government has given us, saying live in it, enjoy it, raise your kids, and don't pay taxes on the gain. How do you go wrong with it?
Yeah, even with high prices today, buying a condo, when people will come in and say they live in a 2-bedroom apartment, but we want a 4-bedroom house. And we've priced ourselves out of the house.
Right.
But buy a 2-bedroom condo and live in it. At least build your equity. Don't run to pay someone else's mortgage. Once you're ready and you're in that house and you're saving money, your rent money, now you can make that as part of your investment and buy another home that's a bigger home when the market stabilizes. This is how your real estate portfolio will grow. So don't rush from a 2-bedroom to a 4-bedroom, then not buy that 4-bedroom and then stay in the 2-bedroom and pay $2,800 a month in rent. It's the stupidest mistake you can make.
So, talking about investments, is it like better to invest like directly in commercial real estate, or if you want to let's talk about commercial real estate?
Doesn't matter. Investment is investment. Investment principles do not change, whether you buy a residential property or a commercial property. A residential property will give you a tenant who stays there for a year, 2 years, calls you, plumbing is leaking, this is leaking, whatever. Commercial tenant is there for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Headaches are less, but the investment is much higher. So there's no, you go to Macy's, there is a white shirt, black shirt, green shirt, red shirt, which is good. It's good for the person who wants red shirt. That is red. For white, it is white. For black, it is black. So there's no wrong or right answer in it. Commercial is great when you have extra money. Residential is great when you are starting off. Residential will come with headaches of tenants moving in and out and things. Commercial often will be a long-term thing. However, if a commercial place goes empty and stays empty for long, it will cause same principles. Principles do not change. Basic principles are the same, only the property, size and money change.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. So even for that, you need to have money for a rainy day. If that big retail strip mall, the anchor store, which is the main store, goes out of business and you are now having to carry it, you better have a lot of funds. In a small rental condo, it's smaller money. In that big commercial, it's a lot of money that you have to have.
Again, bottom line,
Yeah.
same basic principles apply all the time. Bigger the property, more you have to save,
Yes.
have available. Smaller the property, less you have to think. Lesser the risk, lesser the reward. However, lesser reward is better than doing riskier investments and losing everything. Okay, so take advantage of your IRAs completely. If there is a 401k match, take advantage of it completely. Real estate comes in the picture. Now, here's the truth. 10 different people will give you 10 different kinds of advice.
Right.
Listen to all, but look at your own circumstances and needs and do what works for you.
Absolutely.
Because everybody will tell you how they made the riches and zero down and all that. Zero down is a horrible thing for a lot of people. I've seen it many times. They fail miserably. But when the market goes up, they think everybody is succeeding. When the market goes down, those zero down people will be out of everything. Suicides happen at that point. So don't overextend yourself ever. Any questions on investments? We are here for you at any given point. Call us at our office, 732-494-2211. We are happy to talk about your specific needs and guide you as needed.
So this question is actually for both of you, Alka and Sanjeev ji. So tell me, do you see as a new investor, when you see them, do you think they make a lot of mistakes when they are trying to invest, especially in real estate?
It depends. They can make mistakes. An educated consumer is our best customer.
Our goal when an investor comes to us is to help them the best
Absolutely.
we can before they buy a property. We don't want them to make a mistake. And we don't want them to buy the property actually till we are sure that they're about to do the right thing. We want to know what their appetite for risk is, what the money is. Now they say, I have so much money sitting, I'm not worried. It's okay, you can go for a little riskier. But what do? You want to deal with the tenant day to day? Do you have more money to invest in XYZ? It's so specific. It's honestly, there is no formula to it. There's no formula to it. But what is the biggest mistake? We've already discussed it already.
Yeah.
Biggest mistake is overextending yourself and doing it because the greed came in. Don't be greedy. Your principal must be preserved before the return happens.
Yeah,
Never lose your principal.
Yeah, where you invest, those are semantics. We can talk about that. What are the good places to invest? But knowing your basics is important. Where is not so important. It's just, it's an investment.
Would you want to give any advice to the people who are thinking of investing right now in this market?
Everything we've talked was advice. There's no more advice. Everything we talked was advice.
No, I thought a special piece of advice.
Ask specific question, we'll give specific advice. Koi kuch reh gaya, if there's anything left that is in your mind that you feel, give me this advice, we'll give it right here, right now.
Okay. So I just want to know, especially should the investors know are there any tax implications or anything when you are trying to invest? Absolutely invest only. Abhi bhai fumble ho gayi.
Good question.
Yes.
So are there tax implications?
Yes.
Tax implications normally come when you're selling. Tax implications
Don't
don't start
come.
when you're buying. Right? Because do you have losses? Do you have gains? How much did you depreciate? How much are you going to pay back? So tax consequences are normally a later thing, unless you're talking about investments in your IRA and all. There you are investing either in regular IRA or Roth IRA. IRA, you're putting the money after taxes. In before taxes. In Roth IRA, you're putting after taxes. So they grow differently. I don't think we have a lot of time to talk about IRAs, but again, Yes, in those cases, the taxes are, should we go in regular or not? Should we take advantage of not paying the taxes to the government today? Or should we pay the taxes today and let it grow tax free?
So let's talk about the book. Of course, you have written a book which is called For It to Be, It's Up to Me. And today I want to talk about that is chapter. जिसे आपने मुझे बोला lesson.
Yeah, you got it.
Lesson number 5. Which,
Oh, you want to go to 5? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Which talks about, let's see.
Let me also check.
Make every moment count. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so I just want you to share your perspective, like, on why making every moment count is essential in life.
Right. So all we have is moments. Right? ये moment चला गया, it becomes past. The next moment is future. So this present moment is moment. And Jim Rohn used to say it beautifully. Be where you are. If you're at the beach, be at the beach. If you're at work, be at work. It's amazing. On Friday morning, people start saying, I'm going to go to the beach tomorrow. I'm going to the beach. They're not at work on Friday at all. And then they go to the beach on Monday and they have laptop there and they're working there and say, you're not at the beach at all. So be where you are, make that moment count. Mandir gayo, you gone to the temple. Be there at the temple. You are looking around every place, but you went to meet him. And the only person you don't meet is him. There are people who go to the temple, they come out, and they have zero idea what Krishna was wearing, what he was carrying. They didn't see him carefully. We go to God, we close our eyes, we do our prayers. अरे close तो फिर घर पे करके भी कर सकते थे.
Right.
You didn't have to go to temple to close your eyes. You can close your eyes at home.
Exactly.
So you went to temple to see him. And in that very moment, we close our eyes and we didn't see him. Now he's every place, you can see him any place, right? But why travel all the way? Why not just look into his eyes? And look at the smile and be in that moment. Instead of we go with the cameras, we go on vacations too. We go with the camera and we are doing, and I'm guilty of it, and I try my very best to be careful about it. You go to the beach for sunrise and we are here doing our live shots. Worst thing to do is be doing live and not paying attention to live sunrise.
So from
you hold
your
the camera.
experience, how can one strike that balance?
What balance?
Balance in the sense...
It's not balance, it is awareness. You have to be aware that I am here for a purpose. I'm here to see the sunrise. So my camera may be held like this. Let the camera capture live. But I am looking at the sunrise. So you are actually looking at the sunrise. Your camera is capturing this. But if you keep on looking at the camera, we go to a beautiful place and we are busy clicking pictures. Harry, you can buy photography. You can go to Google and look at that photographs 10 times better. Your Facebook friends don't need to see your photographs.
Yeah, but you're not in those photographs.
No, but we are taking pictures of the places that we go to without yourself. You know what? Even when we take our pictures there, how many times do we see your pictures? I'm not saying pictures are wrong. Pictures are perfect. Pictures are excellent. You're enjoying the moment. What I'm saying is, don't miss out the place that you went to. Be where you went, and then it's okay. So, but आप कुछ पूछे थे. I'm so sorry. You were asking
No,
something.
I just wanted to know, how in especially this fast-paced environment, how do we strike that balance basically of, like, we get burnt out completely.
Right.
And then if you want to be in the moment also, so how do we strike that balance?
And again, I think the word that I just said is awareness. You are aware that I'm about to go to this place and I'm going to be there in that moment.
Yeah, be there 100%.
Yeah.
Or as close to 100% as possible.
Yeah, we are. And again, I keep on saying, just because I'm saying I am not guilty, I'm very guilty of it. You go to some place, you go to visit your dad, and you're on the phone all the time. You are not in the moment with him at all. You go to visit somebody and you're on your phone all the time. The moment is lost.
So, does gratitude play a part in being in a moment?
Gratitude plays a part in everything. Gratitude, you look at the mountains and you say, wow, God, thank you so much for that beauty. So, gratitude is for what you're seeing, what you're doing, everything.
Yeah, but if you're grateful to be there, then you will be there, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you're grateful for that moment, then you'll be there. If you're not grateful for that moment, you'll take it for granted and you'll continue with something else.
Right.
That's absolutely
See,
true.
the most beautiful place will look very beautiful if you're at peace.
Right.
You can be at the most beautiful place and husband and wife are fighting. You better believe that place is a horrible place to be in. Because you're busy fighting. And I've seen that people are on vacations and arguing. And hold on, you went there to enjoy, at least enjoy that vacation.
So, Sanjeevji, this just came to my mind. We are saying here, like, be in the moment. When a person is in the moment, how can you plan for the future?
Wow, this is a total different topic. This is a topic by itself. You have to plan the future. However, when you plan the future, now you're in the present when the future comes, right? So you plan the future, but it becomes present when you're there. Be in the moment because you spent so much time in the past to plan the future. Now the future is present. You see.
Yeah, the future is made by your moments that you're in, right? So you have to make those moments count.
Yeah. So it's you're going very deep. These are beautiful questions. The answers will come one step at a time. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sanjeevji and Alka. I really did learn a lot today, and we definitely will be back next week, same time.
Thank you so
Priya.
much.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
joining us. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.